1,000 kilometres on his first 1994 tempo. Can I welcome Vince?
Mr. Contest Chair, contest judges, fellow Toastmasters, and welcome guests. The World Health Organization predicts that by the year 2020, the second leading cause of death worldwide will be depression. In the last 15 years, the number of North Americans seeking medical attention for depression has doubled. And currently, the #1 cause of disability throughout the world is depression. So what are the symptoms of depression? Depression is characterized by feelings of worthlessness, the inability to concentrate, and the lack of interest in life. And so how does a person recover from depression? Obviously, for an illness as serious as depression, a person's first course of action should be to see their medical doctor. Currently, there's a wide range of medication available that can help a person cope with either a biologically based depression or a situationally based depression. But aside from the biological component of treating depression, I'd like us to focus on the cognitive component of treating depression, the thinking part of depression. In simple terms, depression is a crisis of confidence. A person loses confidence in their ability to meet the challenges of life, and they adopt a can't-do belief system. So a lot of people say, watch out for negative thinking, but negative thinking is just a symptom of a deeper problem, negative believing. You see, what you dwell on in your thinking is steered by your beliefs. When your beliefs are correct, your thinking stays in line automatically. But let your inner beliefs slip in any one of life's many aspects, and your mind and mood will follow. So it is our beliefs that determine if we are a can-do person or a can't-do person. And you might say to me, Vince, with so many different things that a person could believe, how do you know what to believe in to be happy, to stay happy? And that's easy, because when it comes to emotional well-being, there's only 2 beliefs that determine happiness and depression. And that's truth and lies. When you believe truth, life is incredibly easy. When you believe lies, you could wish life would end. So what are some of these lies? Let's see how this plays out in one of life's most important aspects in the area of making money. A person's inability to generate finances can cause all kinds of problems in their life. Poverty is horrible, but the worst thing about poverty is that among the unemployable are individuals who are educated and physically healthy. Why is that? It's because of negative beliefs. They believe lies instead of the truth. What are some of the lies that the can-do people believe to be true? This one lie, here's a lie responsible for many who are on a disability pension. The lie goes like this: I could never have what it takes to be gainfully employed. Life has kicked them too many times. They've developed a defeatist attitude. Or how about the lie that causes people who are focused on the past to keep hitting roadblocks in their present? That lie goes like this: I'll never progress past the level of success I once had. They think, if only I would have stayed in that one job, look where I'd be today. Or if only I would have accepted that one job offer, look where I'd be today. They don't realize that when you mess up plan A, there's a plan B and a plan C. And those plans can be just as good as plan A. Or how about the mother of all employment lies? Surveys tell us that 70% of the working population believe this lie to be true. It goes like this: I could never be happy at my job. They're fooled into believing that outward circumstances dictate inner happiness. What a tragedy that is. So how do you disarm these lies from affecting your life? With truth. Yes, it may feel like you'll never be able to re-enter the workforce, but you pick up the sword of truth and you wield it in the face of unemployment and depression, and you say, the truth is, I can re-enter the workforce. But Vince, you should have seen the job I had 10 years ago. It was great. I'll never get a job like that again. But you pick up the sword of truth and you wield it in the face of that doubt and you say, I believe there is a plan B, and that plan B is going to be just as rich as plan A. And I'm going to find that job. But Vince, I hate my job. Look at what I do all day. You pick up the sword of truth and you wield it in the face of that lie and you say, circumstances do not dictate my happiness. And so we wield that sword of truth until the truth sets us free. My friend, how badly do you want to have true happiness? How badly would you like to help others have true happiness? May I give to you the one thing that will do it, the sword of truth. Mr. Chair.
To ask our contestants to come up to answer some questions in their presentations, please.
I think Vince is going first.
I'll go in order with the questions. And for Vince, whose speech was the sword of depression, so some of the questions which went through my head were, why is there more depression in society today? And maybe that's a bit too big a question to answer.
No,
I'll keep going. Are we lacking as a society in a way of dealing with this, and what can we do as a society to reduce this and help
The
society?
reason why there's problems in people's lives is that they believe lies, all right? Like, case in point is, you think of young girls these days. The media tells them they have to look a certain way unless they don't, or for them to feel good about themselves. And so they're thinking, but it's a non-issue. When you think about your looks is a non-issue. It doesn't matter how you look. You can be successful, whether you're good looking or bad looking. So focusing on your looks, for example, it's a wasted, it's a non-issue, we'll say. And so people get caught up in non-issues in life, and that's why there's problems. If people get back to basics, I would say having a reference for God